Okay, probably first step would be to unmute myself. Um, okay, I'm not sure if we will have any live participants for this first session. I know the time is a little bit different than the rest of them moving forward, and a few of our attendees are not from Eastern Standard Time, so I'm trying to find a time that works for everybody. If there is a time that works better for you all, please let me know. Again, this week and next week, this will be from 5 to 6:30. And then beyond that, it will be from 4 to 5:30, but I'm thinking about maybe 3:30 to 5. Um, I feel like Sunday afternoons can be pretty low key for people. And of course, this is a place for everyone to reflect on the week that they just had and then look forward to the week that is coming up. So I love it on Sundays. Um, if you go to some sort of religious worship or church, that a lot of times happens later on a Sunday evening or in the Sunday morning. So I do love a Sunday afternoon. So please give me feedback on times that work for everybody and we'll find the one that works best. I will be recording these sessions, and when you join the circle, you can look at some of the recordings. Okay. So I'm considering too, if there's a lot of you that have a long-term conflict with this live meeting, to put a paywall behind the Crafting Good on Sundays circle community so you can pay to join that and mix and mingle with everybody and see some of the recordings, but if you're not able to attend live. So let me know what works for everybody. This is a new offer. I've been wanting to do this for a while and just hadn't, gotten it together. Last year, I went through Karen Curry Parker's Evolution book informally, just with myself individually and informally, and found such great benefit. I use it with my clients. There's so many benefits to looking at the energies in this way and use the tools that she handed to us in the session or in the book. So I thought this would be a great thing. And the good thing is, to ask people to show up every single Sunday without missing a beat is a little crazy for a whole year. But I did want it to be a place that you knew was always going to be there. So when you can show up, you feel very comfortable to. And when you can't, you also know that that's okay. That is the benefit of buying the book, is that you will keep in the rhythm of the energy and you will know what we previously talked about and know what's coming up as well. Um, that to say, I encourage you to be here live when you possibly can, because there's so many wonderful benefits and nuances to showing up live and to be able to mix and mingle with people, to ask your questions here, to reflect what's going on with you. A lot of times, people that show up to these things are going through a lot of the same patterns individually. And as we know, we're going to be seeing some similar um, energetics on more of the collective scale, and you'll be prepared for that. So for this one, I'm just going to record it. I will hand it off to you for free so you can kind of see what this is going to be. If this group starts really catching on, you all are seeing the benefit of it, we want to continue it. I mean, I will continue to take our temperature here. I'm not going to waste my time or yours. But if if the group gets larger than maybe feels good energetically, we will break off into smaller groups within this container and rotate so we can all stay close and intimate and really feeling very safe and free to be authentic with each other too. So if you're worried about that, that is how I plan to handle that, but also open to your suggestions, what's worked for you and other groups. That has really worked well for me and other groups that I've been a part of, is to do some breakout rooms and that kind of thing. So, okay. What I want us to do first is to do a Reiki meditation. So I'm going to start every single one of these sessions off with a Reiki meditation. So we can all connect in our energy. We can set kind of the world and the day aside so we can be super present. I'm going to call all of your spirit squad in, and set a blessing of protection so we feel safe and we know that we are divinely protected and guided as well. So I encourage you To follow along, but as always with Reiki meditation, if my cues to you and the verbiage and narrative that I give is veering from what you know to be your higher self or your intuition wants you to go somewhere else, please always follow your body, always follow your intuition. Um, and feel very free to do that. Also, if you are not familiar with meditation, it can feel kind of triggering when you're first starting to get, quiet and still. If you have trauma that you're going through, it can feel very triggering to feel quiet and still sometimes. Please, again, follow your intuition, follow your body, follow your heart. If you need to get up and walk around as I narrate, please feel free to do so. If you need to lay down, turn your camera off, take any movement you need to that is different from my cues. Please, please, please follow your body, follow your heart. Okay. Okay. First, let's just kind of rub our hands, do some shaking, shake your whole body, do some light stretching. I like to do a cat and cow to open up my heart chakra. So pull back if that feels right to you, push forward if that feels right to you, reach up and then pull down. It also might feel nice to bend over and allow your head to hang, allow the blood to rush to your brain and your head, and shake your head back and forth. And what I like to do during that is like shaking out any mental patterns that are no longer serving me, any mindsets that I need to let go of. That's a nice symbolic way to do that. And then when you have taken every physical movement that you need to kind of shed part of your day, shed part of your week to help you be fully present here during this, find a resting position that feels nice. Again, if that's laying on the floor, laying on your bed, sitting in a chair, please do that. I like to sit upright with my sit bones nice and flush, rolling my shoulder back, having the crown of my head really reaching up towards the sky, allowing space in the vertebrae. You can close your eyes. It's nice with an audible exhale, a nice cleansing breath. Might want to place your hands palm down on your lap if you'd like to ground yourself right now. Palm up if you'd like to receive, maybe receive clarity, guidance, comfort, whatever that feels like. You could do both. You could do hand on the heart or both. Now we're going to calm our nervous system down and our body down even more to get into a really receptive state. Breathing in to the count of 4 and breathing out to the count of 6. Just doing a few rounds of that at your own pace. When you do that, I'm going to say our blessing and protection. Father, Mother God, I place the white, gold, and blue light of love and protection around us, our body, mind, souls, and spirits, that only entities of the highest truth, love, and compassion may enter our space. Help us to put our egos aside and let our true self shine for our highest and best and for the highest and best of the planet. Calling my guides in, archangels, guides, high vibrational ancestors, calling all of the participants of Crafting Good on Sundays, higher selves in, guides, guardian angels, high vibrational ancestors, ascended masters, anyone on the spiritual realm and higher consciousness that can come in and direct this conversation for our highest and best and for the highest and best of the planet. Also going to say our Reiki precepts. Kyo dake wa ikaluna shinpai suna kancha shite yoho hagame shitoni shitoni sin setsuni. Just for today, do not worry, do not be angry, be grateful, do your work and duties fully, and be kind. And just allow all of those words to reverberate in your heart and in your body, in your emotional body, and in your mind. And I want you to use your mind's eye, to use any senses. Start to notice that there's an elevator in front of you. Push the button to go down and up on that elevator. And watch at the top as the numbers continue to go down and down and down and down till you reach a more subconscious level. As the elevator door opens, walk through the threshold. What kind of space are you in? How can you make this space reflect your greatest comfort and greatest safety, greatest protection? Place that reflects you, your authentic self, your authentic desires, the you underneath the shoulds of the world, conditioning of family and upbringing and society, the real you. What colors do you see? What smells do you smell? What sounds do you hear? There are no rules here. Any shapes allowed, any volume allowed, any colors are allowed, any objects are allowed. Is this enclosed or is it within nature, outside? Maybe both. This is a place where we're going to meet ourselves week after week, a grounding place, a safe place, a place that creativity is safe and allowed, a place that all versions of you feel safe and seen and heard and validated, where your higher self can meet you, your inner child can meet you, other parts of yourself and your intuition can meet you here. Allow your intuition to guide you. Nothing is too weird or off limits. Nothing is too random. Are there any animals there? there anyone else that you're aware of there? Welcome them or not. It's your decision. This is a place curated by you for you. A place that is energetically protected and boundaried, where you don't have to feel bad about saying no. In the space you love, as you make your way to the elevator again, push the button to go back up in the elevator. And watch as the numbers rise until the door opens and you arrive back in this space and time, coming back into your body, putting your attention on your heart space and allowing every breath in to breathe in the green light of love, that never ending well in your heart, touching every cell, every organ, every muscle, every bone, every system, all your DNA is touched by this bright green light of love. All your dark spaces, all the places maybe you haven't even known were there or want to visit. And then exhale that out to your physical space, your family, your community, your country, and then around the world. Every inhale going throughout your system, and every exhale sending it out. Not to forget Mother Earth, sending an exhale down your spine, your legs, your feet, into the ground beneath you, and into the ground that covers Mother Earth, going through the layers of grass, of dirt, of sand, of rock, of waters, going all the way to the middle, securing you here, grounding you here. And then on the inhale, breathing all of those nutrients and security and community, minerals, hydration, everything you need coming back up into your system exactly as you need it right now. Following it up your spine, going throughout your physical body, your emotional body, spiritual body, and mental body, going all the way up to the crown of the head, creating an energetic line to the heavens, to the sky, to the universal field, the field of possibility and potential, where your higher self is, your desires are. Everything is possible. Connecting what is inside to the outside, what is above to what's below. You being the creator of your life and your experience. As we come back into the body in this time and space, calling all of your energy back from every meeting, every interaction, every emotional wave and expression, calling all of your energy back, all of your love, your money, your vitality, all of it coming back into your control in this present moment. And then when you're ready, taking any movement you need to come back into your body. Maybe a nice cleansing breath, opening your eyes when you're ready. Okay. So, like I said, you don't need to buy this guide, but I think you will find just a ton of benefit from it. You can buy the physical book and the digital copy or just the digital copy. The digital copy is a little less expensive. There's a bundle, there's different formats that you can buy the book. So there really is a lot of good flexibility with what you think would meet all of your needs. Every month, they have a opportunity to do a card reading, some contemplations, and then we get into the specific energetics going on. Since this is the first week, the Human Design New Year is this week. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a new year kind of contemplation, intention. If you've followed me or talked to me at all, you know I don't do goals anymore. I have found that that really stifles people or makes them so anxious and really blocks them, or really puts limitations on things that can come through a lot quicker if we just focus on the present moment and taking aligned action and on blocking and receiving. Those skills to me feel way more relevant than actually like more of a disciplined kind of traditional goal model. But if that works for you, by all means, again, be autonomous with that and sovereign with what you know to be true about you. We are also going to be looking at our own human design. So if you don't have your human design chart, please go to my website, craftingood.com, and put in your birth date, time, and place, and it will give you your chart for free. There's also a free cheat sheet on there. There's also some really approachable and affordable interpretation documents as well. And there's also opportunity to work with me. I can do a 20-minute reading for you for $50. And then I can also do a more extensive online chart review as well as a 90-minute consultation time. That's a little more of an investment, and I promise it will change your life. So there's a variety of ways that you can engage with this information beyond these sessions, but I think having your chart, we're going to go over the basics of stuff during this. Having your chart will be super helpful, especially if you join the Crafting Good Circle community. There are free oh, Mary, my dog, don't mind her. She loves Crafting Good on Sundays. There are audios that can guide you through some of the basics of the information. There's also Human Sessions podcast that comes out every Wednesday. We're just wrapping up our first season, and we go into some of the mechanics and terminology and dynamics of the human design chart. So there's a variety of ways to engage that. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is to just kind of do some intentions for 2025. You might have already done this if you're in a resolution person. You might have done it through that. I am not a resolution person. I think every present moment is an opportunity to try again, try harder, try differently, and live fully into yourself. And there's many reasons why maybe January 1st is not the optimal date for that. There's Okay, sorry about that. My internet went out. Things you want to create and attract and all of that manifest kind of stuff. That's great. So why don't we take a few moments to jot some things down? Karen Curry Parker's prompt for this is, who will I be at the end of this year? Because our identities are what, and our belief systems, a lot of times in the unconscious, are what drives our actual behavior. And if we can wrestle and reckon with the why and the who am I going to be, why am I going to do this, then the discipline is kind of unnecessary, and the hustle and forcing is kind of unnecessary when we take on identities of what we're going to create. So who will I be at the end of this year? Who do I need to be in order to fulfill my intentions for the year? How will I feel? What will my life look like? So take a few moments to consider this. Who will I be at the end of this year? Okay, and take as much time as you need on that. Um, but I will offer you the next round of contemplation for 2025. What key actions might I take to begin with the fulfillment of my intentions? Are there any aligned actions that I can take to make these intentions come into fruition? And if that's a no, that's fine. Doodle, draw, contemplate, daydream, sit in quietness. How can you merge your consciousness into the level that would be able to receive that? And this is kind of what we're going to work on this year too. What stories are we telling ourselves? What roles are we taking on? How can we bring our creations forward and meet ourselves in that level of consciousness? Um, I've been reading a lot of Neville Goddard lately, and he has some really great tools and strategies that I can bring us here. One of those is thinking from it. So if you look at the intentions that you're simmering on, even just think of one and you think from the end of it as if that is already received by you, already, you know, detected by your senses. What actions can you take from that place? How would you think and view the world? How would you feel? What aligned actions might you take? And maybe the aligned action is to contemplate your intention. Maybe the aligned action is to ask the universe, life, God for a sign. Maybe the aligned action is to show up here and just make it a boundary, a container of a place that you're going to prioritize for yourself to organize your energy in a way that you can be most present, most efficient, most creative, whatever your intentions are for this. Maybe that's the aligned action. Okay. And again, take as much time as you need on this, just because I'm closing us up right now. Um, doesn't mean that you have to be done with that. So, well, maybe, this week you can take time to, always go back to this. Okay. We're also going to do a monthly tarot reading. Or oracle deck reading. I am by no means a tarot expert. I use it very informally in my practice. So I also have really good friends that are tarot practitioners and experts, and they will hopefully join us as well and can give us more context to this. But I do have this beautiful modern deck, Making Tarot Modern, the Activation Tarot by Krista Williams, who is the Almost 30 podcast host, if you're familiar with that. I love the aesthetic of these. They're just very modern. Um, and I will be using the interpretation guide as well as my own intuitive hits on this. But it was funny when I literally started shuffling them. This has opportunity for us to pick 3 cards. 3 cards immediately flew out. So the card number 1 is the Lovers. Card number 2 is Ace of Pentacles. Card number 3 is 2 of Wands. And again, all you experts can probably tell a really beautiful story with those 3. I am going to be janky and look these up the old school way with the book. Let's see. The Lovers is one of the bigger cards. The Lovers. Card number 1, the prompt says, what influences and lessons from the past need to be mastered to support my evolution? And that's the energy of the Lovers. Kind of gives us some context for that. So thinking about the prompt, what influences and lessons from the past, so we're looking from the past, need to be mastered. And here's what the Lovers card says. It's about being harmonious, cosmic alignment with your own intuition. When you love yourself deeply, trust yourself, drop down from your head to your heart, make choices from a heart-centered place. The center reflective semicircles on this. So here's what the card looks like. is coming together of harmonious connection and alignment. The small dark circles and light full circles mark presence, a divinely blessed relationship with both physical and emotional healing. When you're presented with a choice between following your head and your heart, the lovers is a clear symbol to lead with your heart. So, what this is asking us in the context of the question is, what influences and lessons from the past need to be mastered to support my evolution and lead from the heart and make decisions from the heart, as well? So maybe if your family of origin or your religious upbringing or your conditioned responses from our general collective culture have you know, been more emphasizing a logical approach to decision making, a logical approach to planning and creating, to goal setting. Maybe it's time to heal those things, take the lessons from that, bring them with us. So we're not going to abandon that, but also bringing more of a heart centered place. Okay. Our next card for card two. What is my overarching theme this month that I need to pay attention to? So we're now, we looked at the past, what's influencing my evolution. Hold on, I'm writing my notes. Okay. Um, what is it? My overarching theme this month I need to pay attention to. What lessons does this card bring me? And we had the Ace of Pentacles. Here's what it looks like. Oh, hold on, I lost it. Okay. There we go. New potential, raw energy. The Ace of Pentacles is grounded in the material world, represents new career opportunity or material abundance, success in initial stages. Um, the pentacle rests in an open, upward facing semicircle, expressing the presence of a new beginning, new opportunities in a new realm, in the realm of something physical, finances, wealth, career, physical health, manifestation of goals. All right. So this is a really exciting theme to think about this month. So from this is the 19th as I'm recording this, January 19th through February. How can we pay attention to the new opportunities guiding us? New opportunities in the physical realm. So, manifestations, career, finances, all that kind of stuff. Not a bad way to start the month and to start this engagement. Yeah? Okay. And then card three, what do I need to strengthen and master to move forward? And that is the Two of Wands. Let me find it here. And I'm going to post this in the community group. And if you have other intuitive insights and general tarot knowledge, please help us to create the story that we're trying desperately to with this armchair tarot leader here. What do I need to strengthen and master to move forward? The Two of Wands. You have two choices in front of you, and they are both positive options. The challenge comes in making the choice. Don't get stuck in over analyzing and weighing the options. Tells you to innately know what to do. The answer is already within you. Now is the time to commit to your choice and act boldly. The center circle balances between two wands, signaling that the world is in your hands and you have control over the potential. Great opportunities are at your fingertips. The bordering wands create a sheltering place in which one turns inward for contemplation of what's ahead. The semicircle roof overhead suggests that one has not left their comfort zone. A triangle balances above the semicircle at the bottom, representing a mountain over water, suggesting there will be success if you can overcome the challenges that will arise. Trust your instincts and you will make the right choice for you. So there's choices between good options in your life. And so to strengthen, to move forward is to trust yourself. And do that it's if you're not used to trusting yourself, if you have a lot of conditioning around that, it can be really easy to say and really hard to do. Getting to know your intuition and how it speaks to you is a really good one. Journaling on ways that you have shown up for yourself in the past, or maybe ways you haven't shown up for yourself that you wish to this year. Another way to help strengthen this is obviously from your human design. Human design can inform ways that your energy might feel more confident and more trusting in making decisions. So if you need help with that, that would be your strategy, and authority would help you in that context. Being able to trust yourself, making decisions, having good rhythm in your life where you feel more confident. If you need any context around that, let me know. Okay. How we doing? How we doing? We might be having time to like shake and move and all that kind of stuff. All right. So, what is coming up for you all so far this year? So far this year for me has been a lot of still tying up some ends from the previous year, and also being in this liminal space between obviously our political administrations are changing. That inauguration has not gone through as of recording this. So there's still some liminal space. There's a lot of mixed bags of emotions looking forward in that arena. Personally, for me, I'm also renovating a home, and there's been a lot of pause and a lot of non movement towards the goal in this time. So I'm holding that as well and trying to regulate my emotions and not feeling like I have to push a timeline and thinking I have to know everything and push and stress about that. So the year 2024 for me was a lot of transition. I would say some expanding in consciousness. I would say up leveling in tangible ways, but also a lot of grief and a lot of loss. So there's a lot of creation and a lot of destruction, a lot of loss. My family's experience, if you've been around here, you're probably familiar. Loss of loved ones, loss of a job. I had to take a new job. My husband got a new job. We sold our house, which is grief of a neighborhood we really loved, leaving a neighborhood we really loved, leaving a home that we really loved, but also embracing newness, embracing a new house and new experience, a new neighborhood. Um, and also creating new things and new partnerships within Craftingood, birthing a new podcast and coming together with my partner to see how we're going to navigate all of that. So it's been a lot of destruction, a lot of birth. And I think the theme of 2025 is also going to look pretty similar to that. And I'm wondering what came up from you, like major themes from last year, if you want to contemplate that. And then again, share in the circle, please do so. Okay, so the first energetic we're going to talk about, and if you have the book, it's going to look like this: January 22nd, 2025, on page 70. The sun is going into the gate 41. So we are looking at collective energetics through the lens of the human design mandala. So the human design mandala is similar to maybe an astrology chart that you've seen in a circle as well. The quarters and the energetics are all in a circle. That is not, if you go on my website and you get your body graph, the body graph is different than the overall human design collective mandala. And this is going to look at the collective energy, where the sun is moving, where the earth is moving. Those are going to show up specifically for you in specific places of the chart, but the gates will be the same. So for instance, on January 22nd, the sun is going in gate 41 of imagination. So if you have your chart, you can look and see where 41 is, and that is going to be in the body graph, but it's also going to be, if you own that energy, if you were born with that energy, either on the red side, on the design side, which is about 80 days before you were born, or the personality side on the right side, which is the day of your birth, where all the planets were the day you were born. You may or may not have 41 listed on either one of those sides. I have 41 on my unconscious design Mercury and my unconscious Venus. So I hold this on my design side. I have this energy within me. So The way those dynamics might play out depends on where it is for you, how much you identify with this, how much awareness you have around your human design at all. But the gate 41 is a fun one, all about creation, creativity, and using your imagination, which is such a powerful manifestation and creation tool. So the gate 41 is in the root chakra. So human design has elements of astrology, the Chinese I Ching, the Kabbalah, Tree of Life, as well as the Hindi chakra system. So gate 41 is in the sacral chakra. Nope, root chakra, sorry. Root chakra. The root chakra is all about, it's a pressure center, pressure to act, pressure to do. It is a grounding center. So what grounds you, what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel secure, all of those kinds of themes come up from the root chakra. If you're looking at your body graph, your root chakra might be colored in, which means it's defined. That center is defined, meaning you always have access to that type of energy. For instance, in the root chakra, that's going to mean that you put pressure on yourself. You have an internal pressure to get things done, do things. I also have this 41 defined in my root center. So I always am putting pressure on myself to create and use my imagination. This is innate in me, but this is what it's going to invite you to consider. When the sun is going through the gate, you're going to feel this energy. So if you don't already have this energy, this might feel new to you. It might feel refreshing. You might not have ever even noticed it. And now you get to put your intention to pair with this and see how you can work with the collective energy. So the challenge here with the gate 41, so the sun is illuminating this energy, to learn to use your imagination as a source of creative inspiration and manifestation, to experience the world and imagine a more abundant possibilities, to stay connected to your creativity. So, you know, depending on your upbringing, your experiences in life, you may have had your creativity shut down and you might not even identify with the creative being that you actually are. Even if you don't own this energy and this is not innate to you, you are creative. Every single human came on this planet to create. And even if you don't, our society gives context of creation more towards like the art world, or maybe even the culinary world, maybe, but you are a creative being. You create your schedule, you create a family, you create intentions, you create all the material things you have in your life and the non-material things you have in your life. You are a creator. And so part of this might be an invitation for you to just kind of identify with that. Let's go through some affirmations. I am a creative nexus of inspiration for the world. My ideas inspire people to think beyond their own limitations. My ideas stimulate new possibilities in the world. I'm a powerful creator. My creative thoughts, ideas, and inspirations take the stage for miracles and possibilities that will change the story of humanity. What goes on with us is also contributing to the global humanity and collective consciousness. Okay. So let's go through. She also has EFT. If you're not familiar with EFT, this is called tapping. And this is based on the principles of like acupuncture and also EMDR, if you're familiar with that, in therapy. So a lot of psychological, like psychiatrists and psychotherapists use this technique. And it's a really, really research-backed, wonderful way to reprogram limiting beliefs and stories that could be stuck in your subconscious that our body is holding, that our conscious mind doesn't even know that is there. So let's go through this. And if you're new at this, be easy with yourself. You don't do this wrong. Okay. So put your perfectionism to the side. I am by no means a tapping expert. I use it very informally with my own healing, and I'll use it with clients a lot of times, but I am also not an expert in this at all, but I am happy to lead. So what we're going to do is we're going to be tapping on certain places on our plate, on our head, and on our bodies to access the neurology there and to recreate. We're going to acknowledge some stories we might have and then recreate some more positive stories and reprogram. It's kind of like reprogramming your computer. Okay. All right, here we go. Even though I'm afraid my dreams won't come true, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So we're going to move. Even though I'm afraid my dreams won't come true, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Above the eyebrow now. Even though I'm afraid my dreams won't come true, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. side of the eye. Even though I'm afraid my dreams won't come true, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now, under the eye. Even though I'm afraid my dreams won't come true, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now, under the nose, above the lip. Even though I'm afraid my dreams won't come true, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. On the chin. Even though I'm afraid my dreams won't come true, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Collarbones. I like to do this bilateral for some reason, but you do what you want to do. And if this script is not resonating with you, find a belief that resonates with you. Okay. Even though I'm afraid my dreams won't come true, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And now I'm doing kind of at the bra line here under my armpits. Even though I'm afraid my dreams won't come true, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And again, with everything else, if you want to go with your own script, if you want to do this script again and go through the whole cycle, it's side of the palm, okay? Side, like on your pinky side, top of the head, on the brow, side of the eye, under the nose, on the chin, collarbones, brow line, or under the armpits. And I like to do that bilateral too, but you don't need to. I don't know why I do that, but try it. Okay. Okay. The next thing we're going to look at is the earth. So we're going to look at where the sun is shining in the human design mandala, illuminating those energies, but also the earth energies, because it's not a law by any means, but sometimes when we look at where the earth energy is illuminating, it can show us where we can ground. It can show us where we can prioritize that energy to enable the sun energy to rise. So this week, the Earth Gate is going through Gate 31, and that is of leadership. Explore this week, what is your place of service? Who do you serve? What can you do to feel more empowered and influential in your life? So when you do that, you're going to feel more grounded. When you can flow your energy towards leadership in whatever capacity, in whatever container that you're in, if that's your stay-at-home mom and you need to step more into your leadership, more into your authority at home, this energy this week will help you do this because you're very influential as a leader in your home. Okay. If this is you're a member of a nonprofit, where can you step more into your leadership there? If you are in a corporate job, where can you step more into your leadership there? If you're an entrepreneur, where can you embrace and take on the role of leader, even though you might not identify that? Okay. Let that simmer a little bit. Do some contemplation on that. Okay. So to end on this week, we're going to do some journal prompts, and I'll probably just sign off today since nobody was able to join me live today. During our normal time together, there will be lots more time for contemplation of some of the questions, some of the EFT, the challenges and affirmations we'll use more time for, and these journal questions. We're going to actually be journaling together and then reflecting together. So I will be holding more space and longer space for you here, but for the purposes of this, I'll just let you dictate your time. Thank you so much for watching this, considering joining me on Craftingood on Sundays. I'm going to be here regardless. So don't feel bad to show up and then have to dip out the next week. Like, really know that this is here as a home base and a landing pad, and you can pop in. It might be helpful too if you know you can't be consistent or you have another time obligation. If you know that certain things are going to be coming up, like if you have a job interview, or if you're going to be creating, or if you're going to be moving, or you have a big project at work or something like that, where knowing the collective energy and going through these energetic, like therapeutic techniques would like really be helpful to you, please prioritize it those weeks. Again, you can pay by week or you can pay subscription, but I'm going to leave you with these journal questions to consider for this week. Do I own my creative power? Do I identify as someone that is creative? And do I own that creative power? And then how can I deepen my self-honoring of my creative power? So, do I own it is step one. If I do, how can I deepen that self-honoring of my creative power? If I don't, how can I start to deepen and honor and prioritize and allow and use my intentions for my creative power? Okay. All right. I am here for you. Um, please let me know what you think. And I am here for you. I'm excited to be on this journey with you this year. Thanks, everyone.